so we have this running. Yeah, so we are live, we are recording, we are in our 2 times per week Shimmer governance framework working session. And the good thing is that we are actually, as far as it seems, we are finished with our governance framework draft and basically ready to present it to the community. Um, we had some nice additions in the doc over the weekend. JD took another look and made some corrections and stuff like this. And I think really we have covered extensively everything that would be required to start with governance in Shimmer. Um, let's see.
And we successfully on Friday we guinea pigged the proposal process.
Yes, also, yeah, we did some tests in the governance forum, especially basically how would be the workflow for the moderators in approving a post, in having a bit of internal communications, in archiving a post. And I saw, did you yesterday, or I think JD also did some tests um, yesterday because, or today, even 5 hours ago, he tried again some archival or the logic of how to archive a post. And I think also this is clear, but we will probably make a little guide for the moderators because this might be tasks that we don't have to do so often, and so we should kind of write it down a bit for us how we handle these workflows.
Yeah, and was this the archiving that was like after that were we kind of delineated for lack of progress or voted down?
It basically should work for both the same way. Yeah. So whatever the reason is for archiving a post, the workflow should be the same. And basically, we should then put it all in this proposal archive folder. Um, well, I mean, it's anyway, this will not be a frequently visited place. Just that stuff is archived there, and people can look it up and read up on stuff that has been put there, as long as we keep it. But yeah, I think the workflow should be the same for whatever reason it is. Another nice thing was that JD did put up this Notion page here where we will have a log of all governance proposals that make it into phase two and receive the identifier number. And so basically, we just have an continuing list of the SGP of the governance proposal identifier numbers, and we can fill in. Basically, this is always done by the moderators. Then we fill in the date, we fill in the title, we fill in the question that is basically the topic of the proposal. We can give certain tags. Basically in what season it is, and I think we can add a couple of more tags here to make something like for counter proposals and maybe also for yeah, for whatever tags we need. We can put in the link to the phase two poll. We can add if it has passed or if it was rejected, and then this would be the GitHub link for the participation event in Firefly Vote Phase 3. And with this, we would have a really nice ongoing history of all proposals that made it up to Phase 2 and the logged links and the identifier numbers and everything in one place. This will be a public website that everybody can always visit and follow through basically the whole process that we had. And I think it's a nice thing. Notion is a
Yeah,
really nice little tool to do this. And yeah, JD has now paid for the subscription, but I think this should be definitely reimbursed by the community treasury. These are costs that are just important to be covered by the community. Also, in
absolutely.
the way the work for the moderators basically has now there is quite some work for moderators to do, so I would definitely also put up a proposal to the community treasury that the moderators here for the governance process get some compensation out of the treasury. Similar, like we can propose it for our Discord moderators and things like this. So I think this should not be a work that is be done completely for free. Especially if we get a little bit more busy with governance, there can be some hours per week that people have to put in here, and especially because it's a quite a large responsibility that lasts on the moderators, and you have quite some detailed work to do to make everything correct, and so it shouldn't be something that is rushed just 5 minutes before work or something like this. And so I'm pretty sure the community can frame out some Shimmer tokens for the moderators here that will incentivize them to do good work for the community.
Yeah. So the JD, so JD paid for the Notion site.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what? And we actually have a good kind of test exercise. Is what is the process
Hmm.
for reimbursement from the foundation? Because this I don't think this would be a proposal aspect, because this would be like, we don't want to have a process that is owned by an individual, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we should also, I guess, include for the moderators something that does reimbursement in exchange of keys or something like that.
Hmm. Um, yes, for this Notion thing, um, it I basically don't know because it can basically Notion is always account based, yeah. And so JD of course shared the login details for this account with all the mods. So basically everybody of us has access to it. But still everybody has access to it does also mean every single member can change the password or take over or stuff like this. So to have it fully decentralized, it might be needed that we find a different way of hosting this, or I don't know, we put the main account under somebody that is kind of either the IF, where we say, okay, let's trust the IF with this, or yeah, because like I said, if somebody disappears just, then this whole thing will be stuck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I definitely think it should be the IF. I
Yeah,
also think that we just don't want to have like single points of failure,
yeah,
right? So
yeah. I mean, basically, we can definitely do this because the IF has anyway a big Notion subscription. For us, it wouldn't be any issue to just host another one, and also because it's not something that is expensive, but still this can then be, we can just put up a proposal that the foundation will be yearly paid by the Shimmer Treasury. I don't know how much it will be, something like $100 or something like that. So that is just covered by the Treasury. Um, and then, like you said, that it's not a single point of failure because IF will always be there and will always be around, and we're just basically in Notion you can have a team plan, and so there would be the main account would be owned by the foundation, and we will just whoever is a moderator will be just added into the team plan with the email address, and the main ownership is then just in IF. As long as we don't have a complete decentralized way of hosting this stuff, we will probably need the fallback solution of using the foundation for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so by the way, thank you, JD, even though he's not here, for clearly doing more work despite us feeling accomplished on Friday. Um, um, the other thing I was thinking about is how are we thinking of, like, since we're talking about the Shimmer governance
Yeah.
framework, is this where the Shimmer tokens that the IF get issue, or are we getting, would it be done in IOTA?
Mm, what do you mean, the voting or the
No, like literally compensating the mods, right?
ah
Like,
basically I think in Shimmer tokens, because this is the first thing that we have. Later on, once we have the IOTA community treasury, um, this could be switched over. Um, but I would already propose it before the big IOTA treasury is live, because we will have a Shimmer treasury, and then yeah, why not hand out Shimmer tokens, or it could also be a fixed amount in of stablecoin or something like this. Yeah, so you could also just say, okay, every mod gets 200 USDT per month or something like this, just converted from the treasury.
do we? I haven't heard of it, but maybe it's because we haven't been able to. But there's no IOTA stablecoin yet, right?
No, no, but we will have definitely bridged over stable coins, the big ones, available. I might have heard that Lendex is thinking about, or kind of working on, an algorithmic stable coin, but those things are pretty
Yeah,
difficult, and I would personally always try to rely on the established big ones that are coming in with big liquidity, like Tether and USDC and stuff like this, which will be easier to handle.
yeah. I just personally, this is not financial
Mhm.
advice. Blah blah blah.
Yes.
I don't necessarily believe in algorithmic stablecoins, nor do I, like, when you deal with the stablecoins and the regulatory aspects associated, you're
Yes.
literally you're printing dollars, and you got to use a dollar, kind of thing.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. So I mean, maybe this is just something that the mods can either decide by themselves, or basically you get Shimmer tokens as a reward, and then you can do with them whatever you like, convert them or trade them or whatever you think is most useful for it. Yeah. Yeah, but for this we would first of all need a working treasury, which actually I want to put on the focus latest next week, once this whole governance thing is public and then discussed in the community. I think we can switch our focus a bit to the next big topic, which will then be the treasury for Shimmer. But it's stuff next week. What else? Do we have any still open? I see Werner joined us. Do we have any still open questions towards the dog or towards the handling from our side?
um, I don't think so, but I was also
Mm,
playing around on Friday night, so
yeah. Okay, maybe one thing that I can do, because anyway
hi Werner.
we're recording that. Um, I maybe I just go quickly through the points that we have in the document here, um, because basically the most important part of the document is the section 4, which covers the whole specification, and basically the section 4 has grown up to now 14 subsections over the last couple of weeks when we have been working on this document. And maybe it's a thing. I can take 10 minutes to go through the bullet points again for everybody. Also, that everybody that watches this thing on YouTube during the next days. Yeah, so 4.1 would be basically the proposal life cycle definition of the three phases. And then we have also a pretty much grown table that covers the details and requirements and timeframes of every phase in a kind of a TLDR short version. Um, then this is something that I did put up there because before we had the guiding principles just as an appendix to the document, but I think it makes much more sense to have it directly in the specification because this is also the part that is then hosted in GitHub and will be required to have votes by the community if we want to change something. Um, the basic guiding principles taken, a big part of it is taken from the bridge funds, and then we got some implementations that are coming from the European Union stuff, which Mariana recommended, and so this we have here. And then in point 4.3, we define all the stakeholders of the governance process. Yeah, so we have the definitions. So basically that we make that everything is clear what we are talking about here. Then we have governance forum members. We have proposal submitters that are basically forum members that have reached the trust level 1 and that are the ones that are responsible for the proposal they submit. So they are the responsible ones and the only ones that can basically decide if they want a proposal to move forward in the circle. Yeah. So even if a proposal reached 50 likes in phase 1, it doesn't need automatically to move to phase 2. This will always be the decision of the person that submitted the proposal. If this person says, okay, now I'm happy with the way the proposal was discussed in the community, all input has been resolved, then he or she can request with the moderators to move the proposal up into the next phase. Nothing here will automatically happen. We have defined the voters for the phase 2, for the poll. So also poll voters will be required to have reached the trust level 1 in the forum. And the requirements for trust level 1 are currently set as follows. The user needs to have entered 3 topics in the forum. He needs to have read these 3 topics fully, so basically from the top to the bottom of the post, and has spent 45 times in reading, 45 minutes in reading posts. Just the info, currently we have, I just saw it today, currently we have exactly 300 users in the forum that have a trust level 1 or higher. Yeah, so from the total, I think we have total nearly 1,000 members. 300 of them have spent enough time and spent enough effort in the current forum already to be eligible in proposing proposals and also take part in the voting. I
And
assume that.
yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, and just to be very clear for the recording and for other people is enter the topic does not mean create a new topic. It literally means click the link and enter
Yeah,
that
and
basically sublink
enter the
uh,
post. Yeah,
in that post.
yeah,
Just because it was definitely something that required some astute reading, and I believe it was Werner who was
yeah.
the discoverer of what that actually meant.
Yeah, enter
Yeah,
is a bit difficult
I
formulated. Yeah,
verified it
yeah,
actually. It's a bit weird, but it's because when you click on a topic, you basically subscribe for updates.
Mm.
So you're going to get a notification if somebody posts a new thing, and that's called entering the
Yeah.
topic. So it's a bit weird, but
Yeah,
how it is.
this the way they formulated it. Yeah. Yeah, so with the 300 people, I basically think this will. I already saw it since we have implemented the trust level one thing. I think we started really slow, but then with Kapi's proposal and the stuff, we grow quickly over 100 members in trust level one. So this, as soon as we get active in the forum and people have something to read through and something to discuss, this I suppose this number goes up quite quickly, and it will still keep like the absolute anons out that have not spent any time there and have not participated in anything around to take part in these direct voting decisions. We have the definition for Firefly voters. These are the ones that in the end will make the real decisions in the network. So for this, you will have to control a minimum amount of Shimmer tokens that is required to produce one vote, and this is currently 1,000 glow. I just had a call, had a short chat with Alex today. So basically, we will um, adjust this technical specification that was done for the IOTA treasury vote. We will make it generic so that the text of the specification covers both networks. So we will not speak of IOTA tokens anymore. We will just speak of base tokens. And also because of the new Hornet participation INX plugin, some API stuff has been changed, and so Alex will update this, and then we will create a tip for that so that we have it not just in the specification, we will also have it in the tip process, and so that we have for both networks, IOTA and Shimmer, the updated specifications, how voting works, up to date before Shimmer goes live. Then we
So
have, yeah.
yeah, so sorry.
Hmm?
Alex is a member of the IF, I'm assuming.
Yes. Alex Bourne is a member of the Hornet team. He was the one that created, or he and Muxa, and he was kind of created the current voting implementation for the nodes. Yeah.
Okay, and then and then 1,000 glow
Mhm.
is is
Is
that
is
0.01 shimmer and a point
Yeah,
oh oh
that's
one.
0.001 Shimmer. It's the same like one key IOTA, yeah. So it's is same like 0.001 me. In Shimmer, 1,000 glows are 0.001 Shimmer. If
Okay,
I
so
if
when
mm.
you took away my billionaire status, that's just 1,000 glow.
That's yes. When we all got rugged of our billionaire status, yeah.
We
um,
we all had that moment where like, wait, if a shimmer was $1, I'd be a billionaire.
yeah. This was before we rugged you. I know. Um, Okay, next step we have the definition of the moderators, and this is a quite extensive section, especially all the tasks and responsibilities. After JD has created a Notion page and also JD has created a Twitter account, I have added also this stuff here. So basically, there's quite a lot of responsibilities now. We say, okay, a forum moderator should daily check the forum. I mean, if you are in holiday or if you're not daily checking, but definitely one of the moderators that we have defined should minimum once a day have a check in the forum. I mean, I every day check the forum, and pretty sure Antonio also. So it's not something that the stuff will be left out and forgotten there. Um, Once we see there's a new submitted post in the governance proposal category, the moderator has to check that the acceptance requirements are met if it's a phase 1 or phase 2 or emergency proposal. And this includes checking that all the provided links in the post are correct. So basically clicking on the links and look that it really works. If all the requirements are met, the moderator approves the post in this respective subcategory and adds the unique identifier number and the phase tag to the post. And a unique identifier number is taken out of this proposal log, where just always the next identifier number will be taken and the text will be entered here by the moderator. Um,
A quick question
mhm,
regarding the checking the links.
yeah.
Do we have an environment that we can check links? Because what happens if somebody puts in a proposal in phase 1 where
Mhm.
the link is malicious, and
Yeah.
then we're in fact then the people who are the guinea pigs, who are the moderators, can essentially become the point of vulnerability because we just clicked that link. And so,
Let me think. So we don't have any sandbox environment there. You would need to rely on your personal computer's antivirus, et cetera thing. Um, I can ask, let me note this down. I'll note this. I will talk to DevOps if there is a tool or something that auto checks for malicious links that people put in a post. Pretty sure there are definitely tools out there that do this on yeah, but it's also difficult. I think it also doesn't work in Discord, but maybe there is something. Otherwise, we would then really have to say that mods need to be careful what they do. Maybe first before you check that, have a browser um, with an isolated tab setting and maybe run an antivirus scan on the link before you click on it and stuff like this. And this is really then a bit of personal caretaking from the mods.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I just some type of either security measure. Like I like the sandbox idea. If we had a sandbox channel, um,
Mm. Yeah, I mean, the first thing is that the post will always be in draft. Yeah. So whoever posts something, the good thing is the link will, even if the link is malicious, the link will not be visible to anybody else. So it can only affect the moderators that basically check it. And then what you would basically do, you would copy the link and open it in a protected browser window. Um, that is isolated from your usual browser environment, and see what happens, or really run a virus scan before you open it and stuff like that. And yeah, your personal computer safety should ensure that you are not infecting yourself here. But it's a good
yeah,
point. It's a risk that is there, but I don't see much that we from outside can do, or also not something that well, I'll talk to DevOps. Maybe they have an idea if there is a protection measurement for discourse itself that would check links before they are even posted by people in a topic.
yeah. The app itself might have its own link generator
Mhm.
checking thing.
Yeah, this if something like this is available, I can look up for that. Yeah. Okay, then I added here that moderators keep the public Notion page up to date. Yeah, once new stuff is added here. Um, then they also run the official Shimmer governance Twitter account. Yeah, so JD has created this account already. Um, and so we can use it to update the community on developments. Basically, just post that there are new phase 2 polls or a new phase 3 Firefly vote is going on. I don't think we need to make a lot of social outreach with this account. It should basically just be an information account, and especially it shouldn't be used to offer any personal opinion on proposals or stuff like this. This needs to stay a pretty neutral Twitter account without any bias towards proposals or stuff like this. Yeah.
Yeah, and this Twitter, you said this Twitter account is already created by
Mhm.
JD, so therefore, what is the handle?
He did wait, it's Shimmer Goff, I think. He posted it in our Discord chat, which you are part of. Shimmer, yeah. So twitter.com shimmergoff. Okay, then the moderator takes care, of course, that all the timelines are met by publishing proposals. Um, Also have to check before you approve a phase 2 poll or phase 3 vote that there is no counter proposal around that has fulfilled the requirements of having that would basically delay and lead to a runoff poll. Yeah. So this is also something we have to keep in mind if somebody requests to a phase 1 discussion to be made into a phase 2 poll. We have to do a quick check in the forum if there isn't a counter proposal around that has reached already 50 likes, because then we would basically need to put this up then for a runoff poll. Yeah.
Yeah, one second. I'm
Mhm.
looking for the moderators chat,
Yeah.
right? The one that I created. I don't see it anymore.
I think you have you have left, Andy. Uh, Maybe Werner can add you again, or I can add you, because I saw that you went in and out, and are you
Maybe
still? No, you're not part of it anymore. You left.
You left it, yeah.
Yeah.
I maybe we did it because I lost my moderator badge when we on Friday.
No. No. Let me add you. Andy, where are
I
you?
added you again.
Ah, okay. Werner did it already. Cool. So you're back in the game.
I'm really happy. Thank you.
Okay, then what else does the moderator
500
do?
bucks, please.
Um, Moderator, if the phase 2 poll is accepted, inform the community about the poll by creating a post from the Shimmer Governance Twitter account. We can figure out the details how this should look like, but yeah, if we have the Monday poll starting time going on, basically we then could just make a summarizing poll every Monday, that okay, we have now 3 or 4 new proposals in phase 2. Please visit the governance forum and state your opinion, blah blah blah, something like this. Yeah, so something generic we can do. We can create some templates that we would use then, that we don't have, that we, like I said, we keep it neutral from this account. Um, Yeah, if some post misses some requirements, we can send out an information to the proposal submitter and ask him or her to adjust the post so that it meets the requirements. Also, if people have problems in creating the participation event, they can ask for help from the moderators. I know not everybody of you might be skilled or uh, let's say familiar with using GitHub in this way, but I know Werner knows how to do it, and Antonio and I can also do it, and we can surely show it to Andy and JD, because if you have done it 2 times, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'd like a training.
Yeah, we will definitely do a session in this. Also, the merging the participation event in the GitHub participation event repository. Um, I have actually created a new repo in GitHub. I have forked the original participation event repo because this one did also host IOTA stuff, and it did host the staking and all the things. And I made a new repository that only hosts the Shimmer governance participation events without any staking or IOTA related things, so that we have a clean and clear repo that only hosts votes that happen in Shimmer. And basically, we will then all use this repo for hosting all the events and work with this. Yeah, that's I can. This is basically we should maybe before we go live, we should maybe take a couple of hours to do a little GitHub training for all the moderators, then that they get along how to do this. If we have met all the requirements to become a phase 3 vote, we publish an announcement post under the phase 3 vote subcategory. And this follows a specific outline. And also, this is just a post. There is no comments or something allowed. This is really just an official statement. And also, we will publish this announcement post from the Shimmer Twitter account, yeah, so that we have this. And also, we will basically, you inform Antonio and or me that there is a new Firefly vote scheduled, and we will then inform the comms department, and we will do an official tweet from the Shimmer, the main Shimmer account about this. So that we have the big outreach from the big Twitter account, and also potentially we're gonna retweet it from the IOTA account, so that really the community is informed that a vote is coming. What else? If a proposal is finished or declined, the post will be archived in the proposal archive, also by the moderator. This is the stuff that we tested on Friday, figured out actually how it works. But as I said, we should potentially write it down or make a little screenshotting walkthrough that every moderator can follow the procedure. It's a bit, yeah, it's not complicated, but also we should have done it a couple of times. So if a Firefly vote has been conducted, edit the phase 3 announcement post so that it includes a link to the validated result and the vote published on GitHub. This actually is something that now that we have the Shimmer governance, this Notion page, because here JD did put in a field for the phase 3 GitHub link, which actually will be then the result of the vote. Maybe we can skip the point of editing the post. No, okay, otherwise in the end it's still good if you read through the forum and then you have the direct link to the results of a vote also in the forum. So maybe it's better we keep it. Yeah. Observe the forum and the governance process and propose required adjustments to the parameters under proportion after consent in the moderator group has been achieved. So this means that if we in the first 6 months that we said things are a bit under proportion, if we see that we need to adjust some parameters, we basically have to come together as the basically the moderators have to come together and take a decision if a certain parameter should be adjusted. Um, then make a proposal for this and have it voted, run through a poll in phase two. If the community agrees, then this parameter can be adjusted without making a vote in Firefly. What else? Because we have this concept of seasons now, we said that we want, at the end of a season, we always prepare, let's say, a summarizing proposal of all the changes that have been made during the season to be accepted by the community and become the new standard for the next season. Of course, the moderators need to come together and prepare this proposal and prepare this vote so that it can be so that it can take place before the new or exactly when the new season begins, and the new season then starts with an adjusted governance specification if there have been changes. Yeah, if there haven't been any changes, then potentially I think we don't need to do any vote, but I'm pretty sure in the first time we will have some small adjustments along the way, and then this would be ratified every 3 months by the Shimmer community so that it doesn't run too long without consent from the community.
So
Uh,
can you
mhm.
for just explaining that,
Yeah,
does that mean at the end of a season we are verifying that all of these things got approved from this season, and we're continuing to next season?
yeah.
Or is it something where like we verified it from last season, but there needs to be minor adjustments?
It can basically be both. So let's say the season goes the 3 months, and after 4 weeks and after 8 weeks, we adjust some small parameters from the moderator side without having the vote. Yeah. Um, so this would be something that is not currently um, part of the specification as it is published, because these things would then just be adjusted in the forum, but not adjusted in GitHub and everywhere. Yeah. Um, and so basically then the specification for the next season should always be decided by the community. And so all the things that we have changed and we see, okay, this stuff works now better than before, we put in a proposal. Um, with changes that has been made or changes that should be implemented for also for the next season in the official specification. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
that makes sense.
yeah. So that basically, I really just would want us not to run uh, a too long time without getting approval from the whole community in on all the things that we change. This might be a bit of a boring vote for the community because it's a bit of administrative task stuff, but I think it's important that the community feels that it still has uh, not given all the control into the hands of the moderators, so that the community still is involved in the process of also adjusting some changes here. And then we have the usual moderator tasks like that work a bit on keeping discussions on topic, and so also then potentially banning people and stuff like that if they are really harassing or completely off topic or trying to use the forum for any political or whatever agenda. Yeah, so for this we have a very extensive terms of service part in the forum that has to be recognized and read through by every new member that creates an account and acknowledged. So we have a clear rule set under what conditions people can behave in the forum, and also if they misbehave, that we can basically remove them from the forum if we feel that they don't add any value or are kind of harassing or whatever. Yeah. Um,
And in worst case scenario, we'll send Werner to their house.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so I think this will not be something that we will have to use by far not as often as here in Discord because it's very likely a different discussion culture in the forum, but still we should have these rules in place so that we don't need to go into deep discussions with trolls or stuff like that. Okay, and then, as we just said, they will only have access to the functionalities that are required for the governance section, but this doesn't mean that automatically the moderators will also be moderators of the research section. This is just to make sure that our research people can do whatever they want without being interfered by the governance guys. What else? Yeah.
Even if they're creating a game engine that's named
Yes.
after
Yes. I
my dog.
I have not approved the post. I'm basically waiting for the guy to reply to me if this is legit or if this was just a strange idea, but we'll see.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's a play, so we all have the same source. Let's
Mhm.
say original source, but it would be weird if there was multiple Godot's within the IDO ecosystem.
Yeah, it would be very strange. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So I think this was the stuff of the task for the moderators. I think yeah, um, there is 1,000,000 more posts and stuff in the specification. But as I said, all the stuff basically is there and has been reviewed several times. The only thing that I'm still waiting on is the feedback from engineering. But basically, in 10 minutes, I'll hop in a call and see if we can get them some further. Gunnar, our head of communication, has reviewed our proposal today and made some additional comments, but mostly only questions that I was able to answer. So we have already some feedback there, but I'm still, like I said, waiting from engineering so that we have more clear specifications around the technical side of things that will be required to make this thing happen. Still, I would like to maybe really do towards the end of the week or towards the weekend. I would like to publish this whole specification as a post in the governance forum. Um, Reach out to the community that they can and should review it and leave their comments in the forum about it. If they still have some questions or need stuff, then we would have maybe like 2 weeks of bringing the word out and giving the community time to review the things, and then basically we should put it up for a poll, and if the poll is successful, we will then make this our first governance vote in the Shimmer network. Once Shimmer is live, we can put up a vote in Firefly Shimmer and let the Shimmer token holders um, decide on implementing this framework. And if this vote is successful, we then have a working and functioning governance rule set, which we can use for whatever governance crazy ideas will follow afterwards.
Great. And then what? And then the ASA document for the website that she was working on.
From ASA. Yes, this is. We should publish it together with this, and we should also then put this in the forum, and maybe on the because it's a really nice short version of this whole thing that covers most of the things. But ASA is currently in London this week, so she's not here in a moment. But I think she has finished it. I was looking, but she didn't post it in the channel yet, so I'm pretty sure she will maybe post the final version tomorrow. And we can review this also and then put it also into the forum and publish it on social media and stuff like that, so people have an easy, digestible overview, and mostly not many people will read all the 38 pages that we have here in the framework document, yeah, because it takes quite some time.
Yes, it's a meaty document, but I think it's comprehensive. We definitely asked a lot of questions, thought about the process,
Yeah,
different timing, all
yeah,
of that stuff.
yeah. I'm
Um,
really happy with the way this whole thing went. Yeah, I think when I posted the first version, it was something like 27 pages or something like that. And with all the input from the community, it grew another 10 pages and got much more detailed and got much more defined. So this is really a great way of working together with you guys and girls here. And yeah, so this is great community input on all these things, and you really own this whole thing now, and this is how it should be. Yeah. So there was maybe an initial idea from my side, but it has been adjusted and grown very much, and is a much better proposal now than it was initially. And we took not so super long time. I think we started discussing this whole thing, um, yeah, somewhere beginning of June, and so, yeah, so 2.5 months, something like this, until we have finalized all these very detailed questions. It's quite good, actually, I think. Okay. So from my side, I would wrap it up now because in 5 minutes I have the meeting with engineering. If there are no more questions around from all of you, I would say again, thanks a lot for your attention and for your help and support in all this stuff. And so basically, I think next this Thursday we can maybe make a final decision how and when we will publish it. Yeah, maybe we just say, okay, we publish it Friday in the governance forum, then it's weekend, people can start reading on it, and then we leave it like 2 or 2.5 weeks in the discussion in the forum. We can also reach out on social media. We can prepare our blog posts and everything, and then we ask the people to come together for a poll. And if we got good feedback from the poll, then we put it out for a vote. Okay, so I think from my side, that's it. Thanks
sounds
everyone.
good.
And
If I
yeah,
Yeah, one quick question.
yeah.
Should we add to the moderators chat Asa and Mariana? For some reason, since I'm not connected to them, I can't add them. So if so,
Yeah.
add them.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. If I have to see if I have to see if I connect, if I'm friend with them in Discord. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Alrighty. So
All right.
everybody, have a nice afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you are, and we'll see you again on Thursday, 5 p.m. Berlin time for the next governance call. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Philo. Great job.
Ye-